Hi, everybody. Welcome to episode 7 of Ask the Raw Squad. I know it's usually the four of us that introduce the episode, but last weekend we had enough to talk about that we actually did enough. Did enough for 2 episodes, so we decided to split it up. Please enjoy. On that note, which RuPaul's Drag Race character do you think you are?
Maybe Eureka. I don't even like her, but I think I'm her.
Probably like Ginger Minge or something. I don't know.
Amelia, how do you not think that you're Jinx Monsoon?
Yeah.
Thinking, I was like, oh, I'm Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah, you're definitely Jinx Monsoon.
We just rewatched season 5. The whole time I was like, this is just Amelia. She's like, I'm a little weird, but I'm still very artistic, and also I'm narcoleptic. And I was like, that's Amelia. It's the Amelia story.
Yeah.
Who's the really, Pheromone. Because she's so whiny, and I love being whiny. I'm just the whiniest human being alive. When we watched it, we were like crying the whole time because that is me.
I want to know who everyone wishes they could be, though.
The Canadian from last season.
Oh, Brooklyn Heights.
Brooklyn Heights, definitely. Would pay to be Brooklyn Heights. She looked phenomenal in drag. She was like a handsome man and then like a stunning woman. She was a ballet dancer, so every time she did any kind of dance, it was epic. She did one of the best lip sync for your lives too.
They Shantae both stayed.
Yeah, they did. It was so good. It was like, holy crap. It might have been the one who won.
Evie? Oh yeah, she was good. She was good.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Evie.
Oh, I loved Evie too.
Yeah, so to their lip sync for your life was the one that was just like epic.
I think who I wish I was is Sasha Velour, because she's just so cool and so weird. She's the one who's bald, and in her like final dance, she like took her wig off and shook it, and rose petals came out, and I was like, so good.
I feel like the only person I can think of is Crystal Method, but I feel like I just also am kind of already Crystal Method too.
I think Amelia is an exact combination of Crystal Method and Jinx Monsoon.
Yeah. Amelia, what if you have Crystal Method's mullet?
Lindsay, it's my goal in life.
Well, you should do it. Sorry, I'm hiccuping, but you should do it.
I would love to. I've been told that I will regret the choice, but I think it would be amazing.
But get round glasses too if you do it.
These already are round.
No, they're not like hers at all.
You have to be exactly her, or you're not allowed to have the mullet. Okay, Brittany, who's your goal drag queen?
Who do you think? Bianca Del Rio.
When you said you weren't sure who you were most like because you were Ginger Minx, I was thinking, no, you're most like Bianca Del Rio to me.
That's like dream goals. Bianca Del Rio is so funny. I'm not that funny. Like Bianca Del Rio is funny, and Bianca Del Rio is such a little babe out of drag too.
Allow me.
And Heidi in Closet. Like Heidi in Closet absolutely just has my.
I know, I love her so much. Garrison, Propeller, or Picaroons?
Are these all like East Coast beers?
They are.
I'm gonna say Propeller.
None, I don't like beer.
Yeah, I would say Picaroons because I actually did most of my beer drinking in Fredericton. So I used to go and get growlers from Picaroons all the time, and it was great.
I'm gonna add one to this and say Buddha Bear. They do incredible beers. And it's on the East Coast, so I want to throw them into the mix and choose them. Buddha Bear is a coffee place. Holy Whale is a church that they've redone into a brewery, and it's beautiful, and the family that owns it is absolutely sweet too.
Brittany, do you remember that cucumber beer? And that was the best thing in the world.
Cucumber from not from Propeller, from Steamworks.
Yeah, that's the best one.
Tastes like pickles. It's so good.
So good.
I would also throw in Upstreet's Commons because if wheat makes you feel bleh, then it's a nice beer.
Actually, I'm choosing not beer, even though I don't drink anymore. I'm still choosing not beer because the only thing I miss, I am a crazy person. So when I stopped drinking, I wrote these people a note and just said, I'm going to stop drinking this only because I'm not drinking alcohol anymore, but know that I still love you. And it's No Boats on Sunday, the cider, which is my favorite thing. It's so good. No Boats on Sunday. Cry a single tear. What did you say, Lindsay?
Lemon gin.
And lemon gin. Yeah, because I miss waking up on a sidewalk.
You made it to a sidewalk. I never got to crawl out of the ditch.
Final question that we'll answer the best we can. What is your vision for humanity after COVID?
Well, I hope that people are a little bit more clean. I hope that people value their time together a bit more. Like, I really hope that I hope that we put down the cell phones while we're out for dinner with each other. I hope that that becomes a thing of the past because we're so happy to be out together again. I went out a couple days ago and we've all just been elbow bumping and that sort of stuff, like, hey. And my friend looked at me and I knew that he just needed a hug and wanted a hug. And I hugged him and I could feel him physically melt into me. And then he looked at the guy sitting across from us and he said, "She gives the best hugs."
Aw.
And it was like, looking at me and I was like, "Do you want one too?" So I hugged him. And like that little bit of like human contact where like these guys are single guys and they don't have anybody that's just living at home and hugging them and being stuck inside with someone. Like, we're free now, we can go out, but you don't realize how much you miss that little bit of human contact. So I hope that people cherish that more.
I hope that people are slightly more empathetic and realize that the rug can be pulled out from under you even if you've done all the things right. Just the idea of like, if you didn't do A, B, and C, that's why these bad things are happening to you. I hope that people are realizing like, oh, my business can completely be gone even though I've done all the right things and I've got the right education and I've taken out the right loans and all of that. There are a lot of people in a lot of places in the world where they did all the things right and they just get the rug pulled out from under them. And it's not that they didn't vote the right way or they didn't do this the right way. I just hope that people feel some empathy based on that. People who are like, oh, it's like, okay, it's very brave to have had a baby during this time. Try having a baby when you're in like a camp, in like a refugee camp. What are those people like? What is it like if they have cancer or they like are doing A, B, and C? Like, I don't know. I just hope that people can kind of have some empathy in that area.
I hope everyone realizes that socialism isn't scary commie times. It's literally what you want to happen. You just keep on being afraid of it because you think everyone's going to take your money, but everyone's already taking your money. Like, that's already happening. It's just then you get to help people instead. Socialism. Sneak, sneak, sneak. Those are my hopes and dreams.
I don't care. Communism is great. Like, I mean, I'm in Vietnam and it's communism, but like our communism kept our cases under 300 and we're living on the border of China. Like, for COVID, we've got everything like separate hospitals whacked up so quickly. Everything's been taken care of so quickly. And like, yeah, we have police that had police that were patrolling the streets, making sure you were wearing masks. We had our temperatures checked for going in buildings, all that sort of stuff. It kept the spread from happening here, and every single case has been connected. And it was anybody that's been at like, let's say Buddha Bar, which is what happened. Anybody that's been at Buddha Bar, please come in and get tested right away, blah, blah, blah. And then they linked them all together. And those people said anywhere that they had been, and like just the way that everything worked here because of the communism is why we've been safer. This is why all of our stuff is open again. Like, because we're under that control, it did work well here, and people weren't trying to fight it because we're used to socialism more. But I mean, like, this is lax communism here, but it does work.
On that note, I think universal income, like they've tested it out before. They were testing it out in Ontario, giving people the ability to live really, and then build off of that. Because really what you're doing with universal income is you're giving someone the same opportunities that you have if you're, say, a middle-class person. Because what you don't realize is like the difference between you going to university and not could be 1 week of a paycheck. Those things that you have by maybe having stable parents, or maybe you had a summer job, or maybe you had this, that. The person without those little things that keep them afloat, that's where you get your foot caught in a trap and suddenly everything collapses in front of you. So just to give people that opportunity would be life altering and would make our communities better.
I would love to see a reduced hatred for the poor too. Man, people hate the fuck out of poor people. And it's so unfair. The classism is just unreal. Like, people just think that poor people have somehow done something to deserve where they are in life, and it's such a fucked up way of thinking. I'm really saying what Lindsay said earlier. You know, maybe people will be a little more empathetic now. Maybe they'll stop thinking, oh well, because I'm great and I did everything right, I deserve to have a life and other people don't. Everyone deserves to be alive. Everyone deserves to go to the hospital and get checked for things and eat food 3 times a day, right? You don't have to be a special person to eat food. Like, that idea is just so fucked, right?
Even COVID has made me reckon with a lot of things. I just keep on thinking about when someone's in wartime, and I just think, okay, what if you're trapped in your house and then the grocery store is gone? What's the last time you get to do something normal and then suddenly it's gone? As chaotic as this is, I think it's made me really appreciate how much normalcy there really is in my life that I take for granted. I don't know. I just really appreciate who I have in my life even more. You know what I mean? I'll really appreciate seeing you guys again. I think international travel is not something we can take for granted anymore. So yeah, just really being mindful of the people around you and who you love and how you can be good to them.
I got to have people over for tea yesterday. It was like sort of outside because it was in our garage. Having 3 people over, I was just like, oh my God. And then last night we got to have, like, my friend Toomsy came over to have a drink. It's like the first time we've had anyone into this house, right? We moved in at the beginning of April. The only reason anyone's been in here is for like plumbing and heating and electricity. Like, we haven't had a friend come over to our new place.
I haven't seen your new place.
Yeah.
Me either.
Yeah, not me. What breed of cat would you be and why?
A Maine Coon.
That is exactly what I thought. Twins. Yeah, it's Lindsay.
I'm in for Maine Coon family.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
It's
They're
like
big.
the cats that are almost dogs because they're so big. And their face looks like that male actor that everyone always compares it to.
Oh, is that the guy from Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, I think so.
I want to be a bobcat,
Ooh.
No, I don't want to be something that someone wants in captivity.
like a mountain lion or something. I want people to see me and be like, oh, that's rare enough that I don't want to kill it and scary enough that I don't want to fuck with it.
That was episode 7 of Ask the Raw Squad. If you enjoyed it, please comment below. If you want as well, you can subscribe to my page. If you have any questions, you can either message it underneath here or you can comment on the Google form, which I will attach. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.